Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Play. And a few hours ago, we had the developer direct from Bethesda and Xbox. And honestly, I thought it was very meh. Pretty disappointing, even though I wasn't expecting much. They showed off a total of 5 games, gave a little bit of gameplay, and it was all just kind of meh. So I thought it would be fun just to go over very quickly what was announced to see if anything interests you. So the first thing that was shown was Minecraft Legends, which is launching on April 18th. Now all of these games are also going to be available on Xbox Game Pass if you have Game Pass and want to give it a try over there. So Mojang Studios, in partnership with Blackbird Interactive, announced that the upcoming action strategy game Minecraft Legends will be released on Tuesday, April 18th. Within the story-driven campaign, players can explore a world filled with treasures and perils, reunite with familiar mobs, meet the mysterious characters, and strategize with allies in epic battles against the piglins. Minecraft Legends will also introduce a PvP mode, a first for the Minecraft series, where 2 teams of up to 4 players on each working together to collect resources, build a base, and lay siege to the opposition's forces. Now, as someone that's never really been into Minecraft, this did absolutely nothing for me. I didn't really care for this in the slightest. A few people were interested by it, but in my opinion, very Now, next up on the list was Forza Motorsport. They spent a lot of time talking about the performance behind the creation of the game, and graphics-wise, it looks absolutely beautiful. However, it didn't really seem like a big jump for the series in my opinion, but it is described as Turn 10 Studios showed how it's making Forza Motorsport look, sound, and feel real with its cars, tracks, and audio, all while delivering a generational leap in fidelity, emission, and realism, and I disagree with quite a bit of that. Forza Motorsport is the most technical, advanced, and authentic racing game the team has ever made, built to take full advantage of the Xbox Series X and S consoles. There is currently no release date for this game, just that it's launching in 2023. So next up was High Rush, a game that was not announced and is available right now to play on Xbox and on the Game Pass, and I gotta say, to me, this was easily the worst part of the whole showcase. The people presenting the game, one guy in particular looked kind of embarrassed about it, and it was very easy to see why. This whole thing looked terrible to me. It's a rhythm fighter, it was a wannabe Hellsinger, and yikes. So Tango Gameworks surprised viewers with the announcement and launch of a never-before-seen game, High Rush. Unlike anything previously released by Tango Gameworks, High Rush is an over-the-top single-player rhythm action game in which the entire world moves to the beat. Players take the role of Chi, a free-spirited slacker with rockstar ambitions whose music player is fused with his chest. Now, he must defend himself through rhythmic combat featuring licensed tracks from iconic rock bands including Nine Inch Nails and the Black Keys, with the help of a motley crew of allies. And this is available right now on the Xbox and on Game Pass, and this was just a terrible showcase. And then after that, we had an update for an upcoming DLC for the Elder Scrolls Online Necron. Now, I've never really been into Elder Scrolls Online, even though I do like the Elder Scrolls, and these games always have really cool cinematics, and this one didn't really show a whole lot. It was more so focused on the developers, and of all the presentations, this one was probably the most professionally done. So ZeniMax Online Studios revealed key details that Elder Scrolls players have been waiting for about this year's massive chapter update, the Elder Scrolls Online Necrom. Now, this is launching in June and will return players to the alien lands of Morrowind to adventure its unexplored eastern regions. The chapter will also introduce fans to its most requested feature, a new playable class, which is called the Arcanist, and this will bring new abilities and mechanics and marks the 3rd new class introduced since the game launched. They also announced that starting today and for a limited time, a free trial of Elder Scrolls Plus, which will make all the past chapters, excluding High Isle, and past DLC available to any players with the Elder Scrolls Online base game, including those who got the game through Game Pass. And finally was the one that they're trying to hype up the most, Redfall. Now, in my opinion, this game looks pretty meh, which I've said often about all these games here, and the only thing fun about this is I think it could be okay if you play in a group. Now, this game is essentially really going out of its way to remind you that you're fighting vampires and not zombies. There's a lot of cringy fourth wall breaks. The cast of characters is very strong on the diversity side. However, Arcade Austin pulled back the cloak of Redfall with new extended gameplay showcasing the open world, wicked vampires, including a sneak peek at mighty vampire gods, player customization, psychic vampire nests, and much more. And the best part, the story's driven first-person shooter hits on May 2nd, bringing a single and multiplayer vampire hunting to the bloody streets of Redfall. So Redfall will be available through Game Pass on Xbox Series X and S and PC. And like I said at the start of this, I feel like if you have Game Pass, you might want to try some of these out, but I don't see myself ever buying any of these games. Redfall, I might try with some friends, but it did not look good. They really wanted to push home this game because this was the big one that they focused on, and I think they fell short in that. Overall, it was a pretty disappointing showcase. However, I do like the direction of doing these more smaller scale directs, even though they've stolen the name from Nintendo. I think this is better as opposed to doing a big one throughout the year, which is just filled with a lot of cringe and corporate stuff. This was all very straight to the point. I just felt that the content that they showed was very lackluster. So, do any of these games stand out to you? Tell me in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe to Geeks and Gamers Play and check out geeksandgamers.com. And I'll see you all in the next video.